you can come and visit the Furbies if you come to Uptown. My name is Sacco, and my shop name is Uptown Records. Uptown, I wanted to choose a name that was very common, and I like Motown records, and in America there's almost every city has a Uptown bar or an Uptown store, so it's a very common name. So when I started the store in Shanghai originally, I wanted a very simple common name. There's no specific reason, mostly Koenji just has a special feeling. That I come from California and I lived in San Francisco many years, and coming from California and San Francisco, Koenji just feels more like home.
Did you come often before your
Yeah, I lived in Shanghai for 10 years or over 10 years when I was running the Shanghai Uptown Records, and during that time I would visit Tokyo for digging and visiting. Sure, the Uptown Records Koenji, we have a little more focus on rock and experimental. So rock is post-punk and indie rock and a little bit punk rock. And then experimental is more of avant-garde, experimental electronic, a little spiritual jazz. So those are the main genres. And also, since we have a store in China for so long, we have a large selection of underground Chinese music.
So you still collect the underground Chinese music?
Yeah, we still keep in contact with our Shanghai friends, and then still purchase mostly newer artists, either electronic or rock from China. Right? This is an album from a Beijing band called Muzzy Mum. They're an indie rock band, and they're on a label called Maybe Mars. Maybe Mars is also from Beijing, and they are produce mostly indie rock and a little bit of experimental avant-garde rock. And this one is, more a little post-punk, a little bit indie rock from Beijing.
Is the vinyl culture popular in Shanghai?
No. So, when China opened up in the late 1980s, early 1990s, there was already mostly CD and cassette, so there wasn't so much vinyl culture before that. So it's still pretty small in China, although it is growing. So my first record was 11, but it was a band called Violent Femmes, which is like an 80s kind of rock band.
Since then you into the vinyl culture?
Yeah, so mostly when I was in San Francisco, I used to be a part of a community radio station, and during that experience I got to either DJ or interview many DJs with different style of music. And so starting from when I was in high school, I focused mostly on punk rock, but then when I moved to San Francisco in my 20s, I expanded to different styles of vinyl culture. So I had moved to Shanghai, and I had been active in San Francisco many years, and I noticed that there wasn't very many record stores in Shanghai. So it was mostly out of want to create something new in Shanghai, so that was the main purpose. Koenji is a nice mixture of, it's not so big, but it still has many interesting shops and clothing shops and bars and live music places and record stores. So I feel Koenji is a good mix of interesting things, but still not too busy like Shibuya or Shimokizawa or Shinjuku. Sure, so we usually on the weekend, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we have music listening events, and mostly these are just people sharing music. The theme can be different from every night. One night maybe indie rock, one night maybe more experimental, one night could be even, we do a show, a pop night once a month. So the listening nights usually represent different people in Koenji listening to different kinds of music. This is a Japanese artist who does primarily is risograph printing, and they are actually in a couple punk bands. I produce zines, art zines, for many years. So besides record culture, we participate in zine culture for a long time. So we like independent art, especially handmade, either silk screening or printing or hand-drawn stuff. Before, we published a Chinese language music zine for many years called Daily Vinyl, and we've published also other zines. So this is a photo zine from my friend Akko. So basically it's called Koenji Anti-Gentrification Parade, and this is a document that there's a demonstration that was held in Koenji to try to stop development of bigger, like putting large buildings in Koenji and corporate development. So this is Shotengai Uran's called Koshindori, and they want to tear down the street and make a wider street, both on this street and another street in Koenji, to do building development, so like bigger buildings. If you go to Nakano next door, you can see they're building many high-rise buildings. And it's very fun demonstration, so there is DJs and live music and parade, dancing, and quite interesting demonstration. Right? Yeah, so this is one of my first experiences with the Koenji community, and so it was very positive. So I've been drinking beer a long time, and so we have just a selection of beer either from Japan or from different parts of the world. So some parts America, some parts Europe, some parts China. So it's a little bit from around the world, the beer. I'm sure we have a few snacks. My wife helps me make. We have like a sesame noodle. This is a vegetarian bun, like Chinese style bun, and these are vegetarian gyoza. So most of the food we serve here is vegetarian. Right? For us, we're still a little bit new in Tokyo. We've been here 4 years. So we want to continue to make connection with local music community. So we want to make connection with the vinyl collectors and also artist community. So that's our main goal. A memorable moment we've had, I would say maybe is the opening party. That was 4 years ago. I was very, very new to the neighborhood, and we had local DJs play, and I would say many people came, way too many people that can fit in the store. As was many people on the street. The neighbors were quite curious about the new store that had opened, so I would say the opening party and the welcoming from the community of Koenji, both from other shopkeepers and then other local DJs and people in Koenji, was a very memorable experience. Shanghai is very, I would say that things are very new. There's like a new energy. There's many things change quickly. People are trying new things. There's a lot of things that haven't been tried before. So Japan has a little bit more both established music history and established other types of art and modern culture history. So in Shanghai, it's very exciting to have young kids trying new things and having new energy, but it's also very exhausting and tiring. Yes, so yes, I can grab one.
Simple fun.
So when I first opened, we have a first customer. Her name is DJ Pussy How How, or Mori-chan. So she gave us a Furby as a gift, and then we started collecting more Furbies, and then she creates many Furbies for the store for us. So she's like a Furby master. She lives in Nakano, very close. But yeah, every once in a while she creates new Furby and then gives to the store. And then we also buy some Furby on Yahoo Auction. And so Furby has become a little bit of a mascot for the store. So yeah, now we have many Furbies. And these are custom made Furbies. They cut off the head and put a new body. And so yes, these are Furby mascot of Uptown Records. And we do have some official Furbies, okay? So you can come and visit the Furbies if you come to Uptown Records. I guess it would be the DJ booth. DJ booth, we have secondhand audio equipment, Diatone speakers from 1981, Denon amp. Our mixer is from Switzerland, so it's a rotary mixer that's a little bit unique in Japan. And then of course we have the Technics turntables and the CDJ. So that would be my favorite space. Okay, thanks so much.